Hello everyone. Today I would like to tell you about short conversation between two people, the man and the woman. Number one, the woman said they had reviewed the man's cover letter and resume, and they had decided that he was a good candidate for a position in their firm, and she wanted to know if he could come by for an interview that Friday. The man was surprised by that, and he commented that were perfect, and he were free all day long, and he wanted to know what time he should come in and approximately how long it would take. The woman replied to him, the preliminary interview would be at 10 in the morning. It usually took 20 minutes. However, she said he he might be called back for a final interview. That could be on Monday. The man agreed with her. He commented he could be seeing her Friday morning. Number two. The woman wanted to confirm the man know that our bakery down the street. She said she had heard that it were going to be closing down soon. The man commented that was said. That shop were owned and operated by an elderly married couple. Then it could probably become a coffee shop chain. The woman commented it was a shame that it was so hard for small family-owned businesses to stay profitable those days. She thought there had been something they could do. The man said that they could stage a fundraiser for the bakery. He wondered, who knows, and he commented we could keep it open. Number three, the man got the woman's attention. He said he could prescribe her daughter any medication. He wanted to know he needs long how long she had been showing symptoms. The woman replied to him. She had started coughing a lot the Monday before, and by the afternoon she said she had been running a high fever, and she wanted to know if she thought it was serious. The man thought she would be fine, and he commented colds were common among children, especially at this time of year. He would give her some medicine to suffer and cough, and he wanted to know her son has any allergy. The woman replied to him she wasn't anxious to anything, at least not that she was away of. Number four. The woman said hello to the man. She said she had come to ask if had time to talk about the design for the new logo that he had submitted the week before. The man was sorry about that because she hadn't got any time right then. He commented that was an important meeting. He had to be at in a few minutes. It would take all morning, the woman said. She had wanted to know if the man thought her design were interesting, or if he wanted to know make any trends. The man suggested stopping by his office before she going to that evening. He said he could talk about it then. Number five, the man said he was going to arrange a meeting discuss the new office resigning policy. The woman commented she hadn't heard anything about that. She suggested resigning. The man agreed with her. However, he said they were going so far too much copy paper. He commented he were afraid it was being wasted. A number of people here There were also neglecting to put your paper in the recycling. The woman commented that were true if they told them to be more aware of the problem. She thought they would start conserving more paper. Number 6. The man got the woman's attention. He said she had asked him to drop off the level 5 at the hotel that afternoon, but he had never been there before, so he wanted to know what the best way to get there. The woman replied to him if he drove. It were pretty easy to find, although traffic were potentially bad at that time of day. That the downtown area was crowded and a lot of people were on out on their lunch break. The man wanted to know if the public transportation got me through quickly, subway or bus. The woman gave $20 to him and she suggested catching a cab. Number 7. The woman said hello to the man and she introduced that were Miranda Baylor from Oak Hill High School and his son Better was in her English class. She was calling because she would like to meet with him sometime and talk about his son's academic performance. The man replied to her he hadn't known there had been a problem. He asked his son was doing poorly. The woman disagreed with him because his son was doing quite well. She thought his son might be eligible to enter an advanced program to gifted students before she recommended his son. She needed approval from his parents. The, the man was surprised by that. He said he would let his wife know that he wouldn't. The woman had called, and they could call the woman back to schedule an appointment. Number 8. The man said to the woman he wanted to buy a spray heater for the bathroom. He thought it would keep the warm in winter and reduce their power bills. The woman thought there were not enough room in the bathroom for a space heater, and she was worried it would make the air too dry. The man thought they got their new model. They was making them much smaller those days, and they had already got the humidifier. The woman guessed it would go a time, and she hoped he was right about the power bill because they had been paying far too much ever since the weather became cold. Number 9. The man said hello to the woman and he said they had just received her shipment of limited edition Brohit Lion, and they had been extremely impressed with the craftsmanship. They, they were very confident that products would sell best in their store, so they were wondering if she could make another 20 units by May. The women were very glad because the men had been satisfied with their shipment. But 20 units by May was a very big order and she thought they couldn't have that all done by May. They would need it at least a month to have that all done. The man replied to her he could assure that she would buy very well compensated if she could have room. 20 units done by me. They would cover our shipping costs as well. The woman thought that was a tempting offer. If they shipped by air, that would take away a bit of her burden, but she thought they wouldn't be enough. She could contact the factory and see if they could outsource part of the contract with another company, perhaps even hire more workers. She should phone her people and have an answer for him by Tuesday. Number 10. The man got the woman's attention and he wanted to know where he could find mustard. The woman replied to him and it was in Isle of Fry. Bun and Boris was in aisle 10. If he was planning his summer cookout, she suggested checking out their sale at the butcher's counter. Hamburger patties were on sale. The the man wanted to know where he could find steaks, because his bride asked him to pick up some steaks for dinner. The woman commented comprehensive. Steaks were on sale, so he could ask which one when you got there. Thanks for listening. Goodbye.